What's going on, guys? It's Devin here for DLDFS, and something I wanted to go over today. I haven't been on this channel in a while, but I kind of wanted to offer my insight on League of Legends on Draftkings right now because you can see there's a lot of people that are playing it right now. The contests recently have been uh, getting higher payouts because more people are playing it right now because it's really the only thing to play on DraftKings or FanDuel right now, other than you got soccer too. But so wanted to go over the NA LCS for March 21st and who I like and who I don't like. Um, Now, I wanted to make these videos because I see a lot of the guys that I watch for basketball, football, baseball are making videos for League of Legends and they don't watch any of the professional leagues. They're basically making picks off of a projection system based off of statistics that they have put into a projection model. And they don't actually watch the games, they don't actually watch how teams play the games and things like that. They're not even factoring in some of the things like Team Liquid, still adjusting. Are they playing tactical? Are they playing double lift? That's something you got to watch. They don't know these other things that affect what's going on when it comes to what they're picking. They're just plugging in statistics into a projection model, and then they are projecting and basing their picks off of these projections. So, as a player, I play League of Legends all the time. As someone who watches LEC and NA LCS all the time, I figured I would put my input in on as someone that loves the game and watches the game and plays on DraftKings. So you got 5 games tomorrow for the NA LCS. You got TSM versus Golden Guardians, C9 versus 100 Thieves, Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses, Dignitas versus CLG, and FlyQuest versus Immortals. So, if you're just new to this, the NALCS took a week break in the middle of the season due to the coronavirus, trying to figure out what to do about the season. They've decided to play the games out from their gaming houses instead of in studio. So, if you're watching tomorrow, the stream will probably look a little weird because you're not going to see any player webcams or anything like that. So, looking at what we're playing against, or what the teams, which teams are playing against each other. Um, the teams that stick out to me in each game are TSM over Golden Guardians. Golden Guardians can't seem to really put it together to get a win, and TSM are only playing better and better each week, and having an extra week as well to practice um, is probably going to help them. And
Hello.
now you got C9 and 100 Thieves. Cloud9 has been stomping everybody, and I don't think that's going to change with the 100 Thieves at all this week. You've got Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses. Now the big thing here is, what is Team Liquid going to look like coming into this week? Now that they have a additional week of practice because they were having a terrible time with team coordination and team synergy once Broxa came back from his visa issues, and then they subbed out Double Lift because he was sick, and then he came back, and then they subbed out Double Lift again because they benched him, saying that his motivation was low, and now it's kind of up in the air what they're going to do this week, if they're going to play Double Lift or Tactical. So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen with Team Liquid and that Evil Geniuses game. Dignitas started the season off strong, and they're beating bottom tier teams. And I think people are going to look at this and see CLG is a bottom tier team. But since they've made their substitutions and brought in Pole Belter and Wind, these guys have been playing pretty well, beating some of the top teams as well. So Dignitas, if I remember hearing correctly, is a Vegas favorite right now, but I think Dig, with only being bottom of the table teams, and now they're going against a hot CLG who, as well as Team Liquid, get in an additional week of practice with their new members, and probably are going to play even better than they have been. So I really like CLG in this matchup, and I like some of the CLG players. When we get there, I'll talk about that. And then FlyQuest and Immortals could be a good game. Another Immortals, another team who made some substitutions before they took the week break for the coronavirus, and now they will be having an extra week to practice with their new players and who they subbed in. And who knows, they could, right now, the last time they played Apollo was their AD carry. They could choose to sub all tech back in at AD carry. So it's a lot of mixed up things that that FlyQuest Immortal games, I'm not even gonna talk about because I don't see anything in that game that's worth the price to pay for when making a lineup. Now, there's all these different leagues. Um, LPL is a league that you can make lineups for right now, and they are a best of three series. So each set of teams play a set of three. That's best of three. So if a team wins the first two games, there's no third game. If they go 1-1, there is a third game to decide who wins that series. So it's a little bit different here with a one game series. So going over top lane, I think you can't go wrong with playing Broken Blade and Licorice. And for the most part, those are the guys I would be playing. Now, Licorice's CS numbers are amazing, and he's always a solid rock for C9, and C9 is continually winning. And C9 is going against a struggling 100 Thieves team this week, and you're going to see a theme. I'm going to probably talk about every C9 player at each position. Um, I'm not playing every single one of them in a lineup. I'm limiting myself to 4 at most, but I'm mainly going to work with a 3-man stack from Cloud9. Licorice is a great option, a little bit cheaper than Broken Blade. I think Licorice is my favorite top laner on the slate, and then Broken Blade would be second. TSM is playing out of their minds. Broken Blade has been playing out of his mind. If you look at his game log, I mean, his last two games he's been playing really good, and they're finally getting into a groove. I mean, they 2-0'd the last time they played. They are the only team to beat C9, and so they really are putting it together right now. And I expect TSM to stomp Golden Guardians, which could be bad because they could stomp them and only get 10 kills and not be a good fantasy day. So it's hard with TSM. That's why I think Licorice is my favorite over Broken Blade. Not really looking at Viper. He hasn't really been impressive. I'm not messing with Team Liquid because it's still, I guess, everybody still views them as a good team, but it's just so iffy right now. Hooney has not been performing for Dignitas. He's actually just been terrible. I think he's had one, maybe two good games. I mean, other than that, I mean, like 3 points, 4 points, 5, 6. He had a 37 and a 22, and I think those were his best games. Yeah, he's only been above 10 points 4 times, and he only got to 11 of those 4 times. So I don't think Hooney's that good of a pick. I think the other side of this game and top lane Ruin. I think Ruin is actually a pretty good sleeper play here. Like I said, CLG is playing better now that they got these two subs in, and Ruin's been playing pretty good over the last couple games. Now they didn't do too well against EG um, last time they played, but they got a game off with Team Liquid. They got a game off with TSM, and they played a really close game that they should have won against Mortals, but they took out the second best team in the league, what was thought of as the best team in the league, and Mortals who have actually been surprising and playing pretty well. So I think CLG is gonna pull it off against Dignitas. So those are the three top laners I'll be playing. this weekend. Moving over to jungle, my favorite play at jungle, no doubt about it, is Blabber. And I'm not really looking at anybody else, um, but for the video, I'll talk about a couple other people. But Blabber is who I'm playing no matter what. Blabber's just been out of his mind. Uh, I mean, he has been it maybe the second best player on the team, behind Vulcan, who we'll talk about later. So, a couple things to look out for. Don't play Grig. Cadian's starting over Grig now for Dignitas. Um, Cadian's an okay play at 6,600. Still not playing Broxa. I'm just still worried about Team Liquid and their synergy issues. Hopefully this week they turn it around. Santorin's been playing pretty good, but I'm not playing that Immortals FlyQuest game. And I would say my second favorite jungler, again a TSM, Dardoch. Um, but I'm playing Blabber. I'm locking Blabber in for the slate. Now, flipping over to mid now. This is where mid's interesting. So, I think Bjergsen's price is too much for the possibility of a complete stomp against Golden Guardians. And I think his price is too high and it's just too risky. Now Power of Evil. Power of Evil is the kill leader in the league. I mean, he carries FlyQuest to these victories. I mean, he's getting 46 against TSM, 42 against CLG, 35 versus Dignitas. And let's see what his last game was against Immortals, and it's not on there, of course. Cool. Never mind. I guess we won't see his last game against Immortals, but I'm I'm not playing Power of Evil either for the price. Um, Niski is okay. Probably not playing him. I'm not playing Froggen for the reason I'll get to here in a minute. I'm not playing Jensen because I'm not playing Team Liquid because of the issues that they've been having. Now, the guy that I'm locked and loaded in mid lane is Pole Belter for CLG. I mean, this guy has been, ever since he subbed in, he's been lights out. I mean, his first game against TSM, he got 32, pick up the win. He got a 41 against Mortals, a 44 versus Team Liquid, and then he had a 9-point game against Evil Geniuses. But I still think, I think Pole Belter is going to just dumpster Dignitas and have a really good weekend, or a good Saturday. So Pole Belter is who I'm locking in at mid lane. For 80 carry, again, C9, Sven. I mean, just he's the most expensive, but you're getting a guaranteed 20 points. I mean, I don't think this guy's been below 20 points. He had one game at 19 points. So you're getting a guaranteed 20 points. Again, it could be a stomp, but I'm not worried about it being a stomp. I still think Cloud9 will get a lot of kills even if they do stomp 100 Thieves. Kabe for TSM, 7,800. Again, I think it's too much based off of the possibility of them just completely stomping Golden Guardians. Not playing Johnson because I don't like Dignitas against CLG this week. I think Wild Turtle can be pretty good play. Like I said, I don't really want to play that FlyQuest Immortals game, but I would say Wild Turtle is he's probably my second favorite AD carry. Not playing Double Lift because he's still not playing at his best ability, and we don't know if he's actually going to play or not. Same thing with Tactical. Both of these guys are on Team Liquid. We don't know who's going to play this weekend. Wind has been okay since joining CLG, subbing in for Stixay, but I don't think I'll be playing Wind because Pole Belter is the one that really performs well on that team right now, and I'm not gonna be playing Bang. So I mean, really, I'm just locking in Sven. I mean, I'm not playing Cody Sun against Sven. Uh, don't know who's gonna play out of Apollo and I'll tech for Immortals. Stixay is benched for Wind. Don't know who's playing out of Double Lift and Tactical. And I'm not playing FBI against TSM. It's just too risky. So really, only places I would look Arsven, Wild Turtle, and Wind. And then moving to support, you guessed it, another Cloud9 player, Vulcan. Uh, Vulcan's by far the best support, and him, Biofrost, and Ignar are my top three favorite supports for the slate. They happen to be the most expensive as well. I'm paying up for Vulcan since there's only a $400 difference between him and Ignar, and then a $200 difference between him and Biofrost. Um, Vulcan's just been playing very well. I think he's probably the best player on C9 right now, other than Blabber. And so I'm just locking in Vulcan. Um, Biofrost is a pretty good play as well. But again, like I said, the risk of them just completely blowing out Golden Guardians is a possibility. And Ignar's been playing really well for FlyQuest. Him and Wild Turtle have been playing very well together. So I think those are the only three I'm going in for. Again, Core JJ, the uncertainty between the synergy and the communication between TL is too much for me. Aftermoo has not been playing anywhere near what he used to be for Dignitas. CLG's bot lane isn't why they win games, so I'm not playing Smoothie, and I'm not really into any of these other guys that are down at the bottom because they are just not good and don't play for good teams. And then for the teams, obviously Cloud9 is a lock. TSM is a lock. I think TSM's team is a really good play because if they're stopping Golden Guardians, that means they're taking all their turrets, they're taking all the dragons, they're taking all the objectives, and they're gonna win. So I think TSM's team is a pretty good play. I think I would play TSM over Cloud9 in the team role. Um, and then the other team that I'm looking at for a lot cheaper is Counter Logic Gaming at 4,800 against Dig. I just have a really good feeling about CLG winning this game this weekend and completely. I mean, I think it will be. I think it'll be decently close. I don't think it's going to be like a complete stomp, but I think CLG is really going to win this game. And I think Pole Belter and Ruin are really going to carry CLG to a win. So good luck, everybody. Hope that helps you out. I know you can watch some of these other guys that throw the projection statistics out at you, but they don't really understand what's going on with the league. They don't watch the games. They're just basically making picks off of a projection system. They don't know the rules in the game. They don't know how to pronounce a lot of these players' names correctly. So hopefully that helps everybody out. And good luck tomorrow.